Hey everybody, Joe here. Today we're going to be talking about Hell Let Loose and the maps that are in it. The main point here I want to make is that the maps that are listed here do not have names, so I actually have to guess each map except for one of them because we're pretty obvious. But let's get going. First map, that looks like Carentan. Carentan. A-tier map. It has a good mix of open fields and in-town battling. If you don't want to fight in town, there's always the north. And if you want to fight in town, take mid. South is a bit of a gamble, just due to the rain. That looks like the new British map. I'm actually going to put this in D tier. You can cross the water with anything. The water isn't that deep. The bridge is an illusion. Actually, I want to make another row below instead of add row below. Utter big F. The big F territory will basically be any map that I believe to have been such a failure that it deserves to be panned from the game. Which is where the desert map goes. The desert map is so terrible that it literally earns that spot. Why is it so terrible? It's too wide open. Our uniforms don't match the terrain. I know they said they'd address this, but it's still way too wide open of a map. It needs to be a more vehicle-centered map than what it currently is. It's too focused on, like, other movement. But Africa wasn't really known for its big infantry battles and open deserts, which this requires and facilitates. Hurtgen Forest Night, C tier. It's dark, it's hard to see, and there's a annoying fog that stops you from seeing more than 10 feet, requiring the constant use of flares, and was included with the flare update. I hate it, I dislike it. I have no clue what map that is. Oh god. That looks like Hurtgen Day. Oh god. That looks like Siegfried. I'm gonna guess this is Siegfried. Oh my god. Okay, let's just go with the one that I know right off the top of my head, and then we'll rank the unknowns. Omaha Beach, S tier. Great map. Love the map. Legitimately one of the better maps of the game. And for good reason. It was one of the bigly publicized maps for this, along with Forgotten Hope 2. Hell Let Loose and Forgotten Hope 2 and Postscriptum were kind of like the big three when you wanted to play World War II games. Hell Let Loose was the lesser known one because Postscriptum was like hitting its stride, and then Hell Let Loose came along and kneecapped it before it really could keep its stride. That's just a guy on a map that looks somewhat like Stalingrad, but let's keep looking. That looks like the big bridge map. Actually, these both are. Oh god, those just got introduced too, so I don't remember them. E tier, E tier. The problem with these two maps is the bridge. I understand with a burning passion that you guys were like, oh, we gotta portray this big historical battle of like the bridge and everything, but it's a shit map. The problem is either the Germans can get 3 points on their side of the bridge, or the Allies get 3 points, and that dictates who wins the battle. Because it's a slog to push past that bridge, and even if you do make it across, the battle to keep that side of the bridge is damn near impossible because there's always a way to flank the bridge. So an assault pushing past the bridge is usually because either A, the other team is getting so heavily clapped that's impressive, or B, it's on the night version and there's so much smoke and gunfire, it's damn near impossible to understand what anything's happening because of sensory overload. Utah Beach. Utah's a pretty good one. Stalingrad. Where is Stalingrad guy? This looks like Stalingrad because this is obviously outskirts of Moscow. Outskirts of Moscow gets a nice B tier. The church in the middle leaves a lot to be desired. It's very glitchy and very easy to enter on one side compared to the other. One side has a giant hole that you can easily enter, but a lot of people can just camp it. But it's still, like I said, very easy to enter and shoot through compared to the other side's hole. Funny. Ooh. Deep fault line for 2. I gotta say, that map is actually pretty bad. So the main problem with that one is people can just camp on one side of the ridgeline, fire rounds to the other side. Basically, if you don't capture the other team's second point past mid, you're not using tanks because of the ability for tanks just to camp the other side of the hill and just snipe rounds. Doubly so for the other team. So if one team's starting to snipe, the other team will just start sniping back. It just turns into a slog where both teams are trying to snipe each other with tank rounds, and it's just not fun. And it just evolves into commanders trying to call in support, trying to get around the obvious tank snipers and everything. It's just... I don't know which map that one is. Alright, I don't know which any of these maps are. I wish they were named. I wish whoever made this list named them, but they are evil people that make me rely off of guess. Stalingrad, fucking D tier. This Stalingrad is a pain in the ass. Why do I call Stalingrad a pain? Well, let me break it down for you. You're driving a tank, right? Well, sorry, you just got blown up due to a landmine. Haha. Because half the routes on that map are literally obvious road points, so RT is either dropping shells like it's Christmas on you, or you're running over 90 landmines. Night map. Actually, night maps at least are still like the normal maps, so they're playable. Unlike the D tiers, which have a glaring, annoying flaw, or they're Africa. Oh, fuck. That's Utah Beach. Or is that Utah Beach? Oh my god. Seriously, put names on this thing. Like, goddamn. I can't, like, understand half these maps with, like, LZVP boat. That looks like fucking Omaha, but that looks like Omaha. Which is which? I don't fucking know, but I'm taking guesses here. Ooh, I don't know which map you are, but there's definitely not this many maps in the game. Fuck. Default line, I guess. I don't know. Fucking B tier. You. I kind of remember you. You're a Russian map. You're Kursk outskirts. Well, you're Kursk, so, fucking F tier, because Kursk is a pain in the ass to do anything on. You, I don't even know where you are, but you look like Purple Heart Lane, and so I hate you. Fucking... I don't fucking know, man! Ooh, baby. Yeah, that was fun. That was a fun 5 minutes of me trying to figure out maps, Ooh, okay, let's just go before pre-update 13 when these bastards have... Alright, I found a new tier list, everybody. It has names, but it's only update 13, so yay. Well, it's pre-update 13, it's update 12. But let's go with maps that make sense. Hurtgen Forest. Garbage. Utah Beach. C tier. Carentan. B tier. Foy. D tier, because I dislike Foy. Hill 400. D tier. Kursk. F. St. Mary Glees. It's a B tier. It's a Solid B tier. St. Mare Dumont, A tier. Very good mix. Stalingrad, F. Omaha, it's a B. Purple Heart Lane, F. Pagaline, 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 Pagaline. Seriously though, Purple Heart Lane sucked. So let me tell you the problem with Purple Heart Lane. Number one, it's a lot of water. It's a lot of water. To such an extent, I would say that there's too much water. You constantly slow down to such an extent that pushing becomes a slog. Stalingrad, like I said before, too much terrain, too many buildings, and bullshit to die by. Kursk, too fucking open and too many trenches to clear. Hurtgen Forest, yet again, it's the big bowl. What do you want from me? Foy, it's a okay map. I'm just rating it a D tier because it's not the greatest map, if I'm gonna be honest. Hill 400, a big fucking bowl. Utah Beach, it's okay. I only rate it this badly because it's such, the Germans can camp the hill with snipers very easily to an annoying degree. Omaha Beach, it's slightly better. It's much more funner when it's US offensive than warfare mode, but that's just my opinion. St. Mary Eagles, good mixture. Carentan, good mixture. St. Mary Dumont, what every map should be. A very perfect mixture of city combat and non-city combat. Every map should want to be it. No one wants to be a Squidward. No one wants to be a Purple Heart Lane, Stalingrad, or Kursk. They are terrible. You should not enjoy them. In fact, there's a reason why on Stalingrad and Kursk the map dies. Because they're boring, annoying, and have no enjoyment in them. Purple Heart Lane's even goddamn worse somehow. How are you worse than these two? These two at least don't have water! This has water, and so much of it that it's actually a fucking pain. I'd say bring up your floaties and boat, but sadly it gets stuck in the mud. Because there's so much of it. Like seriously, what map developer thought it'd be a great time to have two sides of the entire map just be mud? Seriously, you drive a tank down middle, and guess what? You die because the whole map is a straight fucking line. There's no wonder this thing's called Purple Heart Lanes, because both sides are dead before they even reach the middle. Because some tanker fired a fucking shot down mid, and it's an AP round, so it just killed everybody. Seriously, this map is terrible. Stalingrad is even worse for the ambushes. Like, the building combat is fine. In fact, it's actually one of the better maps for it. But the fact that it's so enclosed and hard to push anywhere at times, it's just, ugh. Seriously, the building-to-building combat in Stalingrad makes me want to, ooh, it's not fun. Kursk, it's even worse somehow than Stalingrad, but I only rank it higher because guess what? A tank will survive for more than 5 minutes than Stalingrad. Kursk has a unique advantage where a tank will survive longer because it's so open. It can see everything. Stalingrad, a tank dies in 5 minutes because some satchel boy decided to sit in the corner for the last half hour of the match, then just decided to jump you while you're driving down a road in your own territory. Hurtgen, oh my god, like I said before, that is just a, not a fun time. Oh, no, not a fun time. Foy's okay. I will say Foy's the only map where I will say it's okay. You know what? I have more to say good about Foy than Hill 400. Hill 400. Okay, so the side, like, the first 2 points of each team are good. They're great. It's good terrain, good, like, differences in movement, and difference of combat. Urban versus non-open field / forestry. It's different, and it's great. And then there's the fucking middle. Why, God, did you invent the middle point? the middle on Hill 400 is if the devil himself was tasked with making this map. These three maps have the problem where it's like, oh yeah, there's a big flaw with it. This map is just annoying because the flaw is just that it's annoying. Your tanks will die from sniper fire from another tank. And when I say sniper, I mean these guys are just sitting on the top of the hill, arched slightly forward, so that way the rounds actually will still ricochet off the front of the armor, like I said in the last video. Only now you gotta deal with the sniper fire from a Sherman Jumbo 76 who just decided to camp up there, and little Timmy just has his birthday party. Ugh, I have way too much bad things to say about Hill 400. Utah Beach has a hill on it too, and that's actually just as bad. So on the German offensive, Utah Beach, that hill will stop in advance in its tracks. U.S. offensive on Utah Beach will be stopped in its tracks at that hill. Either side holds the hill, done. For one simple reason. The hill is a strategic godsend. It has bunkers, it has trenches, it has good trench placement. Even better with the German defending, because guess what? It's facing the right way. Sure, it's circular, but it actually has the right emplacement positioning. But still, the fact that it's even chosen all the time as a point in warfare means that it's a slog if they decide to entrench themselves there. It requires multiple bombardments by both your artillery unit and the commander dropping shell after shell, hammer after hammer, hoping and praying to dislodge those bastards on Utah Beach. And guess what? They'll still be back for more because you can't breach the bunkers with a bombing run, even though 500-pound bombs are slamming into it! Omaha Beach is better because, unlike the Utah Beach, Omaha Beach does not have the biggest issue in the universe known as camping the spawn compared to Utah. Also, I like Omaha better than Utah, just got more. The rest of the maps are fine as is. Whoa, Hill 400 made me fucking angry. I don't think I've ever been more mad at a map than Hill 400. You know what? Kursk, I gave you trouble. You're getting moved up in the world, homie. You get upgrades, people. Upgrades. We got Kursk up on the E tier. Because at least Kursk is a little more enjoyable than these three bastards. And Hurtgen is just hurt. Anyway, that's been my lazy tier list of today. I hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you all again next time.